I think it's a lot of times too is kids like you just mentioned, like you said, everybody's a star. Now you go to college and you got to play a role. And that's a big sacrifice. That's the one good thing I love about McKee. I knew coming in what my role was, what I needed to do. Is some people didn't. All of them were stars in high school. So now it's like, dang, I gotta need to get in my rhythm. I'm only playing 5, 10 minutes. How am I gonna get? And I'm sitting there like, that's all I need is 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are used to playing the whole game in high school. You know what I'm saying? So it was a mentality thing.
Coming from winning programs, you watch it, you see it. So there's all things that go into it. It's an inexact science. It's never a cookie cutter type of thing. And I tell people all the time, people always, you took this kid or you took that kid. Like, this kid is right here, they better. It's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna run my program. I'm gonna run a program. Like, I appreciate everybody's passion and efforts, but you just thinking about this one kid because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to help this kid, and that's great. And I tell all Staten Island kids or people, like, I will help you if I need to call a coach and tell the honest opinion to somebody to help you. But most people don't want your help. They want to go where they want to go. They don't want to go where they recruited at. They want to go where they think they should be playing.
No, or they don't know the game. That's the thing too. They don't know. I'm telling you. I told you something. That's why I like these lists and I laugh. Some people don't understand how it works. They see a kid, he's killing, like, say, like the Berry Homes or wherever, Mahoney, CYOC, or whatever. They feel this guy can play college ball, why he's not playing or whatever. They don't understand it's a program. This ain't pickup. Now you have to play a role. They don't understand how it works. So that kid might look great to you, but if you never play at that level, you don't understand that this kid might not be ready for this level. It's not the same. You see what I'm saying? Like, I see kids all the time
on top of that, you got to go to school too. Like,
that's another thing. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a package.
You got to behave. You got to be a good citizen, and for us, you got to be a role model. Right? You can't just be. You can't be a regular person. You have a responsibility to be a role model. So everybody's just not built for that. That doesn't mean you're not a good basketball player.
Exactly.
And it doesn't mean that I'm right. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong every year. There'll be a kid that we could have took that we overlooked for whatever reason. We can't see every kid and we can't take it. So, you just got to be comfortable in the work that you do. I think I have the best assistant coaching staff in the country. So that just makes things easier for, we understand what a CSI kid looks like and what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Wow. So what other CUNY schools win D2 besides CSI? Is Medgar Evers, John Jay on too?
It's still Division III. Medgar, Hunter, Brooklyn, CCNY, York, John Jay, Baruch. I might be forgetting somebody. But it's still Division III. But Queens College is a Division II program. They're in the conference that we're going.
Oh yeah, Queens College. Yeah, my boy Mike Cullen's played there. I know all about Queens.
Yeah, that's we just made our first year was last year. So we played a hybrid schedule. It was a mix of D3 games and D2 games. And then this year will be our first full year being.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow, do y'all got dorms now?
Yeah, we have dorms. Yeah, the dorms were built right after I graduated, so 2013. So they're brand new, and they're way better than anything I've ever seen. And that's not a sell. Like, when we bring people for tours, I always try to put it last, because if you see it first, you're gonna get a wrong representation of what the rest of campus looks like, because they're really that nice because they're new.
Wow, that's interesting, man. Yeah, I'm gonna start telling kids, man. Yeah, start looking at them, because that's a huge sell to me, as far as going to D2 and being home. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I didn't know that.
A lot. The one thing kids need to do, though, in general, is they always try to pick it up in their senior year with their grades, or late in their junior year, because that's when they're starting to think about college. But by then, a lot of it is toast, because especially a lot of PSAL kids, they don't get high SAT scores. The SAT and improving that it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's basically, it's not, certain cultures and Black kids don't do well statistically in the SAT. or
Yeah.
families from low income situations don't do well. If I make a certain amount of money and my kids taking a test for college, I may be able to pay for a tutor or classes to help them out. A lot of like you can have SAT prep
Yeah.
in high school, and I'm sure they're good programs, but it's not the same as a private tutor. You know what I mean?
No,
So
you're right. No, you're right. That SAT beat me up. I know that when I took it, so I know what you're talking about. But
it's tough.
yeah, that is important. The school thing. That's the one good thing about me. The only bad thing was my key is a vocational school, so there was a lot of classes that I was supposed to have. They didn't offer them the key.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So that hurt me a little bit.
Still the same thing now, but in general, I try to tell kids and I try to tell coaches all the time, like, if you think you got a kid, and they should be doing it anyway, but everybody coming to me with kids, and we don't leave campus to watch a kid without a transcript. I'm not going to watch a kid, and I'm like, you go sit in traffic, you watch the kid, you're like, oh, I like the kid. You might talk to the kid after the game or whatever the case may be, and then you come back, you get his transcript 2 weeks later after watching
Yeah.
and it's doo-doo.
Yeah, no, I see. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point because it's like you did all that and you can't even get the kid to play because of grades.
It wasted mad time. So
yeah, no, you're right.
So I'm not leaving campus to go see a kid. I don't care who he is unless I have his transcript. Now, AU tournament is different because you're going to see all these kids. You just get them on a list. You get your eyes on them, and then you collect the transcript. But high school season, I'll get texts all the time, and I try to tell them respectfully, oh, you got to look at this kid. Everybody want to send me a highlight tape. Everybody want to send me a
yeah, I can imagine how you get them. Yeah.
Nobody, please send me a transcript because I'm not figuring out if he's eligible, if we can get it.
Yeah.
And like, people will say to me, oh, he's eligible. First of all, I don't believe in Tasi. That's number one. Number two, just because he's eligible, grades show discipline. So if he just barely made it, I'm not chasing this kid around school to go to class. I'm not doing that.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah.
No, I don't want those type of kids. I'm not, you know, somebody will take a kid like that. I understand that. That's fine. But I'm not going in the cold, getting up out of my desk to go make sure this kid's sitting in class. I'm not babysitting nobody. That's not what college is. We're not doing
it's not. Yeah.
We're not doing that here. So, the kid could be, oh, he's eligible. But honestly, if somebody just made it, I don't care how good they are. Me personally, I'm not taking them. And that's just me. That's my philosophy. And that's what it is, Now, everybody can't be great in the classroom and all that. But what I understand, and especially in public schools are built for you to pass. They're built for you to graduate.
Yeah.
It's not a secret. If you're an athlete and you're a good kid in a public school and you go to class every day and you do all your work, you're going to get 75 80s. 75 80s. That's without you knowing anything about the subject. Doing your work and going to class. 75 80s. That's fair. I'm not asking everybody to be a 90 student, but you shouldn't have 65s across the board. Because if you have a 65, that means you didn't pass and they passed you.
Yeah. And a lot of people cut too. Like I said, in McKee, Curtis, I'm telling you, when I was my senior year, I was in co-op program. I used to get out of class about like 11 because I worked too. And I used to see kids hanging out the shelter at like 10:30. And I'm like, yo, what? Y'all out of school already? They was like, nah, I ain't going to school or whatever. And it was just, you see it all the time. So a lot of these kids cut. So even though you say, I get what you're saying, the 75, but that was even hard for people because they wasn't going to school. You see what I'm saying?
You miss a day or two of school, you way behind, especially this new math going on. And school's hard. I definitely recognize that. I'm not looking for 90 students. It's great, I'm not looking for 1,100 SATs. It's great, but you got to have some sort of discipline in school.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
It's got to matter to you, and it's got to matter to the people around you because in the end, you're going to get a degree. If you're disciplined, you'll get a degree from anywhere. But from us, we're trying to give you an education. We're trying to give you an overall education in our program. Like anybody can hand you a degree if you do the work. But from us, we're gonna make sure you're a great young man that becomes a man. We're gonna make sure that you're a great husband, a great father.
No,
those are the things that are way more important to me than how many points you can score.
Yeah, and especially like you said with the grades thing. Imagine if you had. I mean, people can change, but imagine if you struggle in high school. What you gonna struggle with in college? Because it's a whole nother beast. Because you in practice, you got distractions. and you got to get schoolwork is harder. So if you have an issue in high school, college is going to be a whole nother beast.
It's tough, and I try to tell kids that, and people go both. There could be kids who struggle in high school and then do well in college. There's so much more freedom in college. We don't let you have too much freedom as a freshman because we make you regimented. We try to instill that in you your freshman year. You got class, study hall. You're gonna eat at this time. We don't really give you any time to be making decisions. The decisions are made from you, and then once you do well in school, no study hall. You study and you do your work whenever you want to do it. But best believe you don't do well, you right back into study hall, and now you're a junior in study hall with freshmen. That's not cool. That's corny. And
yeah, it is.
I'm making study hall. College night is Thursday night. Everybody want to go out Thursday night because most people don't have classes on Friday. So Thursday night, guess what I'm making study hall? Study hall, 8:30 to 10:30 Thursday night. Now you sitting in study hall and everybody out doing their thing, and now you really tight. But I promise your parents you're going to get a degree, and that's what we're going to do by hook or by crook. So we can do it your way, which I'd rather do. Let's do it your way. You can do it your way. Let's just do it the right way. Or we could just do it my way. And either way, you're going to get a degree. But
No, I hear you. Yeah, that's a good, you don't usually see that. That's interesting. Yeah, you got a different way of doing things, but I think that's a good way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Transparency. Yeah. I'm up front. Like, that's it. You don't have to. I don't want anybody to guess where I'm standing, how I feel about you. That goes in life. Like, tell everybody all the time, I'm TJ Tibbs before I'm Coach Tibbs. That's a mantra I live by. That's who I am before anything. So my personal life and my professional life is one and the same. How I act professionally is how I act personally. That's who I am. That's me. I'm not.
Yeah, that's good.
We definitely do. I gotta tell a quick story about you. I appreciate you thoroughly. A story I want to tell about you. How much I appreciate you is, I've known you since I was probably like 7th grade.
Yeah, real young. Yeah, I remember.
You and shout out to my man Reps, Ron. Y'all two, I don't know how y'all know each other or whatever the case may be, but I still talk to Ron. So y'all both took some sort of liking to me as a young kid.
Yeah, I seen the potential, yeah.
Right. So I remember one day, the main court at 51, you had invited me to come down, and like, that's my neighborhood, but I never played on the main court at 51. And I'll tell you, man, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was nervous as hell, man, just to be out there. Like, I felt like the monsters zapped my powers. Like, I wasn't out there super sad, but I was also out there with a bunch of men. I wasn't really doing anything, and you were competitive as hell, and Kurt wanted to win. And then on the side, I was kind of just waiting for like, yo, does he think I'm nice? Like, and without even saying nothing, you was like, yo, you got work to do, but you got something, but you got work to do.
You did. I seen that early.
Yeah, and I had a fade. I had a fade back then. This is 2002. And he used to clown me like, who got a fade in 2002? And I was like, damn, I need to do
I'm glad you remember that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's good. Because like I said, I like kids that work.
Yeah, it was one Saturday morning. And like, that was something that like, and I didn't know you from like, it was really just like, there were things going on back in the Staten Island Live days with the forums and things. And you always put your name to things. And
I did. I didn't care.
Yeah, you and Ron, like, Ron to this day, me and him still talk and
Ron, name sounds, I think I do remember him, but it's been a minute.
He used to be Reps Boogie on the thing, so he
okay, okay, now I remember now. Yeah, so, those are good times.
I thoroughly appreciate you because like you taught me
no problem, man. But I seen
you taught me confidence is a huge part of the game. And also that confidence comes from work. It's not everybody walks around with this bravado, but confidence comes from really doing
work. And I seen that. Even with Bayano, he always tells me that because I used to get on him, but he told me like straight up, like, you used to hate me or whatever. I'm like, nah. I seen the potential, but I felt this is another thing that I felt Staten Island does. They hype people up, which is good, but at the same time, it gives you this persona like, I should be D1. I'm Superman. At the same time, you got to be realistic. Like at the time, Bayano was good, but he wasn't Division I level like people kept saying at the time. And then he improved. And I told him like, yo, you impressed me. And now we real close because like he appreciated it because I wasn't disrespecting him. I just felt he had work to do. And with you, I seen that you could play. I just felt like at the time, I never really seen you, so I didn't know the work you put in. But then I seen how you progressed, and I'm like, yo, he's playing, he's working. Mm-hmm. And then I do remember seeing you, and then I went to your game. I remember I went to a game, and I was watching you.
You went to my Jake's game. I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, the Jake. Yup, I went to the game, and I seen you. I said, I want to see this kid and play. Yeah,
I don't forget those things because it's the way you made me feel, right? So I don't forget those things, and
that's good, man.
And I thoroughly am appreciative of that. And whenever your name comes up for anything, as much as anybody called you a hater, you joked on my fade back then. Like, like I know
it was all love, man.
It's all love, and everybody needs. It takes a village, and you're a part of my village, like for the rest of my life, because you really.
I appreciate that, man. That's good. Now you CSI Division II. Like I feel proud. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. You know, that's great. That's great. And that's just another connect too. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know a kid that I feel, you know, not to say I want you to kick this kid, but I can say, look, take a look at him or whatever. You get a chance,